from Neymar, absolutely incredible.
Neymar, brilliant skills, teases everybody.
A boy from Sao Paulo who became a global obsession, a genius with the ball, and a magnet for controversy.
Asked him how he could come straight from carnival to training.
He wasn't just a footballer, he was a brand, a symbol.
A physical phenomenon!
From the favelas of Brazil to the world's biggest stadiums, Neymar didn't just arrive, he exploded. But every rise has its cost, and behind the goals, the glamour, and the gold, there was always chaos. In Brazil, football isn't just a game, it's a way out, a way up. And for Neymar, the ball was never just a toy, it was destiny. His family didn't have much. His father, a former player, became his first coach, his mentor, his compass. On the dusty streets and broken pitches, Neymar learned to dance with the ball. Quick feet, vision beyond his years. Scouts began whispering. At just 11, he joined the youth academy at Santos FC, the club of legends. At 17, he made his professional debut. The headlines came fast. So did the expectations. The new Pelé, they said. A crown he never asked for, but could never escape. At Santos, Neymar wasn't just good, he was electric.
Boy's a genius, and there is no masking the brilliance of this teenager.
In 4 seasons, he scored over 100 goals. He won the Copa do Brasil, the Libertadores, and in 2011, he was named South American Footballer of the Year. By 21, he had already done what most players never do. He was fast, fearless, and unstoppable in one-on-one situations. Brazil believed he would lead a new golden generation, and Europe? Europe was watching. Real Madrid made their move, so did Chelsea. But in 2013, the dream became real. Barcelona, the club of Cruyff, Ronaldinho, Messi, and now Neymar. The transfer fee, 57 million euros. But the hype? Priceless. Camp Nou welcomed him like royalty. Fans chanted his name, cameras flashed. Neymar Jr. had arrived in Europe, and he wasn't just another signing, he was the future. Neymar's first season in Europe wasn't flawless, but it showed flashes of greatness. He scored in El Clasico.
Taken on all comers, feeds it to Neymar. Neymar steadies himself, ultra reflection!
He helped Barca win the Spanish Super Cup. 15 goals in all competitions, and moments that reminded everyone why he was brought to Camp Nou.
Caiu no segundo, Neymar, outra finta, pé direito, segurou.
But this wasn't just about Barcelona. The world was watching. Brazil had waited 64 years for this. A World Cup on home soil. A second chance to erase the ghosts of Maracanazo. That dark day in 1950 when Uruguay silenced a stadium of 200,000. This time, it had to be different.
Thousands of football fans watched Brazil's opening match against Croatia.
Crowd of at least 20,000 gathered to watch on beachside screens.
Still just 22 years old, but already the face of Brazilian football. The pressure? Immense. The expectations? Sky high. He had the number 10 shirt, the same number Pelé wore when he conquered the world. First game, 2 goals against Croatia. Then again, 2 goals against Cameroon.
A little bit of a corridor in which to run, and he doesn't. He is gifted, he is cheeky. He might be carrying the expectations of his nation on his shoulders.
And as Brazil advanced to the knockout rounds, a new belief spread through the country that this, finally, was their year. Then came Colombia, quarterfinal, a bruising, physical match. And then, the moment that changed everything. 79th minute, a flying knee to Neymar's lower back. He fell to the ground, screaming. This time, he couldn't get up. Medical staff rushed in, tears in his eyes. A fractured vertebra. Doctors said 1 inch higher, and he could have lost the ability to walk. Neymar was out. 4 days later, the semi-final. Brazil collapsed. Won. And then again. And again.
Brazil have fallen apart inside 20
Then again,
are being humiliated, humbled, and taken apart by Germany. Ozil, Khedira, 5-0. Absolute humiliation. It's a tap-in. That's a lovely little reverse ball. Schürrle, retreated here. Oscar
7-1.
for Brazil.
A scoreline that didn't just shock the football world, it traumatized a nation. But the nightmare wasn't over. There was still one more game, a chance to salvage pride, to walk away with something.
Quest for absolution begins. Here's Robin, and Ian Robin's tucked back on the edge of the area. Penalty given. Here's Robin van Persie. The nightmare deepens. By Louise, it's Blint, it's 2! And the first time shot makes it 3 from Wijnaldum. Bronze for Holland.
But Brazil was broken. The World Cup wasn't just a missed opportunity. It was a scar, one that would follow him for the rest of his career. Brazil finished 4th, their worst World Cup on home soil. And the boy who carried a nation never got his final moment. As the dust settled in Brazil, the storm gathered in Barcelona. In the summer of 2014, Barcelona signed Luis Suarez. 3 attackers, 3 styles, 1 goal. Messi, Suarez, Neymar. MSN was born. Goal after goal, dribble after dribble. This wasn't just an attack, it was art. But it was also terror. Every defender knew one mistake and they were gone. One loose ball and you were chasing shadows. Messi with the vision, Suarez with the instinct, Neymar with the flair. It wasn't fair. It wasn't supposed to be. They ripped through defenses without mercy. Goals rained, fear spread, and no one had answers. Even the biggest stadiums fell quiet, beaten before the final whistle. Together, they weren't just a front three. They were inevitability. By May 2015, there was no stopping them. They crushed Bayern in the semi-final. Neymar scored twice in the second leg. Munich, silenced. Barcelona were back in the final. June 6, 2015. Olympia Stadion, Berlin. Juventus stood in their way. But this wasn't just any team. This was destiny in Blaugrana. From the very first whistle, Barcelona took control. And just 4 minutes in, Juventus held on, pushed back. Buffon kept them alive. Tevez fired. Messi shot, Buffon parried. Suarez scored. 2-1 Barcelona. Neymar found the net. No goal. And in the 97th minute, 3-1. Game over. Barcelona's 2014-15 campaign wasn't just successful, it was historic. A treble, 122 goals from the front three, a style of play that redefined beauty in football. Barcelona entered the new season as champions of everything, but they weren't satisfied. They were still hungry. They started fast.
And it is Banega, and it's the perfect start for Sevilla. It's Messi. Oh, fantastic! It's Messi again with more power this time than the Messi. What a hat-trick! Rafinha's in.
At 4-1, the game seemed over, but Sevilla refused to surrender, and suddenly it was 4-4. UEFA Super Cup, won. Club World Cup, conquered. 5 trophies in 1 calendar year. Domination. Neymar, at just 23, was untouchable. He danced, dribbled, destroyed. Together, MSN scored 131 goals in all competitions, a record. Neymar contributed 31 of them, plus assists that felt like magic tricks. They won La Liga again, then added another Copa del Rey. Barcelona, champions of Spain, again. But something was changing. Behind the smiles, Neymar was no longer just a protege. He was becoming a man who wanted his own legacy, his own path. ESPN started asking, will Neymar ever be more than Messi's sidekick? Dani Alves would later say, he had to leave Messi's shadow. In the Champions League,
Okay, here's Fernando Torres, and Torres punishes Barcelona. In towards Jordi Alba, and then Suarez.
the dream fell apart. Quarterfinals, Atletico Madrid. Neymar was invisible. Barcelona were out. The headlines focused on Messi. The fans looked to Suarez. And Neymar, he had the talent, the spotlight, but not yet the crown. Not in club football, but in Rio, something was waiting. Brazil had never won Olympic gold in football. On home soil, with the Maracanã watching, Neymar wore the armband. He wasn't just a star now, he was the captain of a nation. The pressure, immense. The expectation, crushing. And still, Neymar delivered. From the opening goal in the final to the decisive penalty in the shootout, Brazil won gold. The Maracanã erupted. This wasn't just a win, it was redemption for 2014, for the broken back, for the humiliation against Germany. Now, it was Neymar who finished the story. On that night in Rio, the boy from Sao Paulo finally became a hero for the entire nation. Back in Barcelona, the expectations returned, but something inside Neymar had shifted. Olympic gold didn't just elevate his legacy, it confirmed it. He was greatness. And in the spring of 2017, he reminded the world. March 8th, Camp Nou. After losing 4-0 in Paris, Barcelona faced the impossible. And then, Neymar took over. A stunning free kick, a cold-blooded penalty, and the assist for the 6th goal. In 7 minutes, he rewrote history. Barca 6, PSG 1. The greatest comeback in Champions League history. Neymar, the man of the match. That season, Barca fell short. No La Liga, no Champions League. 1 Copa del Rey. Neymar's numbers? Flawless. But numbers couldn't answer the question burning beneath the surface. What more did he have to do to be seen? As summer approached, the air grew heavy. Whispers turned into conversations. Conversations into offers. And somewhere, behind closed doors, a decision was being made. A new city, a new stage, a new identity. Not a goodbye, a breakaway. MSN was over, and Paris had a new king. At PSG, he wasn't meant to be in Messi's shadow. He was supposed to be the sun. More than 40,000 fans came to witness his unveiling. This wasn't just a new chapter, it was a new book. Dribbles, goals. A new trio emerged. Neymar, Mbappe, and Cavani. Electric, unpredictable, ruthless. In Ligue 1, he was unstoppable. 19 goals and 13 assists in just 20 games. Every touch reminded the world why PSG broke the bank. But the magic on the pitch came with drama off it. Clashes with Cavani over penalties. Rumors of tension. The media loved the chaos, and so did the cameras. Then came February. Against Marseille, a sharp turn. A snap. A broken metatarsal. Just like that, the season took a turn. Neymar was ruled out for months. The timing couldn't have been worse. PSG faced Real Madrid in the Champions League, and without their star, they crashed out. The dream of European glory, postponed again.